Hey everybody, Jared here. Thanks for checking out my presentation. I'm going to be relating this to music and to guitar specifically because I think that's pretty relatable, and it just happens to fit exactly how my learning journey goes. The way I learn the best, I've discovered, is I need to get a little uncomfortable. I need to push myself and be outside of my comfort zone. For me, that means keeping an open mind and accepting criticism and critiques from people. When I was younger and I first went to college, I didn't do that, and I did very poorly because of it. I took it personally every single time. It was always a personal attack. This professor's got it out for me. It was no such thing. It was just I was young, I was arrogant, and I was foolish. And today I know that the best thing that I can do to realize my goals and be the best teacher that I can possibly be after I graduate, to be the best person that I want to be, and to help the most people, is to be humble, be open-minded, and accept that criticism and not get complacent. For one, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and complacency for me leads right back to drinking, and I don't have that option anymore. I was on the liver transplant list up until 2 years ago. If I go back to drinking, I'm dead. So I can't afford to be complacent. I have to be mindful of the fact that I need to keep that open mind. I need to continue to push myself and, be uncomfortable a lot of the time. Um, the other thing I have to do is I have to connect with other people more often than I would sometimes like. I'm an isolationist. When I was still drinking, I hid in my house the entire time. I didn't go anywhere, see anybody. The only time I left was to go to the liquor store and back. That was it. So for me, just even sometimes going out and being around people is kind of difficult. Like, I've always kind of had anxiety, but I don't want to drink again. So I have to do it. And if I choose to perceive those things in negative manners, then I learn nothing. I still feel like crap. And eventually, I'm probably going to wind up drinking again. Putting that towards education, if I look at every critique that comes my way as something negative or some kind of personal attack, and I never actually try implementing that suggestion, I'm never going to know if it made it better or not. And every time I've actually taken a suggestion since I've come back to school, what was it, fall of 23, I think, something like that. Every suggestion I've taken worked out fantastically. Like, I've done really, really well with that. So I have no reason to go back to my old patterns and behaviors. And the reason that translates over to music for me so well is, I'm a heavy metal guy. Like, I absolutely love heavy metal. My favorite kind of metal sounds like all the screaming and all that kind of fun stuff. My problem with that is it's really difficult to play, to be honest. It's very technical. It's very fast. You need a lot of really good technique. I'm okay at guitar, but I am not Edward Van Halen. That's for darn sure. So I was trying to play all this stuff like right off the bat and failing miserably, getting all upset about it. And finally, a buddy of mine said, "Well, maybe you ought to try learning some of this stuff because that might actually help you a little bit." So, normally I love to play in drop D, which is real easy. You just go. Well, that's cool, but sometimes you actually want to play in standard and actually learn open chords, because then when you're doing that, when you learn open chords, you actually start figuring out how to play things with melody to them. And I like to write my own music, so I went back and I learned a bunch more chord work, and I took some suggestions on my technique. I learned how to play the blues shuffle, which turns out is the basis for most of the heavy metal I listen to. if I hadn't have gone and taken those suggestions, I wouldn't have evolved to the point where I'm at now in guitar. Now, it's not that I'm a multi-million-dollar pop star, but I've written some pretty decent songs, I think, and I enjoy it. Um, as long as I'm pushing myself to get out of my comfort zone and connect with people, I'm getting better at the things I want to do. Whether it's music, whether it's doing better in my schoolwork and keeping my grades up, whether it's learning how to approach different students. For me, it all fits together. It's all one part of a big whole. The It's common in the group I'm in, AA. Do the next right thing, and for me, the next right thing pretty much always involves shutting my mouth, opening my ears, taking suggestions, and trying to connect with other people and learn other perspectives. And learning those things are what helps me, continue progressing and growing as a person. And that's kind of my ultimate goal at this point. And I just want to keep doing that so I can help people and teach people the slight bit of wisdom I might have picked up along the way. So that is all I have for you. Thank you very much for watching this. I appreciate it very much and hope you all have a great one. Bye.